So the dairy will celebrate its 100th year this year. So 5 generations, and the boys are the 5th generation. And we decided to go into the cheese making in 2008 as a very, very expensive hobby.
Pretty exciting. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a million great cheeses, but she scored a really, she came up with a really good product. This is actually what we're making right now, Sterile Gold. And this was our original cheese. And so we developed this, and then we came out with our Highway 1, which is a Fontina style cheese, a couple years later. And then the first cheese that I've developed is our Grazing Girl, our Gorgonzola style cheese.
We have the desired milk. Jersey milk is absolutely beautiful. So if you have a good product to start with, you can make something pretty spectacular out of that.
Originally, in the morning, the first thing I do is I pump the milk from the milk tank room up to the cheese plant. We fill this cheese vat up here and our other new one over there, and it holds between the 2 vats approximately 450 gallons of milk. We raise the temperature to a certain degree. We add specific bacteria to the milk. From that point, we add the rennet, and that will cause the fat and protein to coagulate, and that's where you get the separation from the curds and the whey. Once the actual curd is formed, so like for this cheese, we cut the curds, we increase the temperature, we increase the speed of the stirring, and now it's in the cooking period for roughly an hour. So we are currently in the process of draining all of the whey out of the cheese vat and leaving the curds in the vat. And in that process of separation, we're just hand scooping the curds into these cheese molds.
This process is done 2 more times. What I'm doing right now will be, Joe will take them out and flip them, so they'll have a beautiful shape to them. In about 5 hours, and then they will, tomorrow morning, they will go into the brine tanks. You know, in the beginning process, when I had a little teeny wheel of cheese, I had a friend that was on the dairy products team and is a dairy inspector, and he tasted it and he thought that I bought it, and he goes, "Don't change this recipe, this is fantastic." And it was, we still remember that day, and we never changed anything past that.
So now what is this?
Okay, so this is the Sterile Gold Reserve. So now this is actually 13 months old, so 7 months later. Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's
And you're getting the little crystals in it.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it, in 6 months it's changed.
Oh yeah, that's saltier.
Oh, now you got the little crystals too.
Mm-hmm.
But the Artisan Cheese Festival has taken this whole cheese scene and the networking and everything that goes on to another level. You know what? That's the contact with the consumers and with the people that care about where their food comes. They want to know the story, and of course I'm happy to tell the story over and over again. Making our cheese delivery.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here is your cheese delivery,
Awesome.
Sterile Gold and Gorgonzola.
Perfect, thank you.
I'm gonna stay and have a cup of coffee.
Oh, good. We're a classic American breakfast and lunch restaurant, and we source everything local from sustainable farms.
You know, that whole farm to table experience, they really source a lot of the local products, and they use our cheese. It's been featured in their breakfast sandwich, and they also use our Gorgonzola, I believe, on their burgers. It's a lot of fun when the people in your town and you all work together.
I still, every time I open a wheel of cheese, it's still an amazing feeling. It's a couple fried eggs. It's the Valley Forge Cheese Company Estero Gold. Yeah, some local spinach and red onions. And there's pasture-raised eggs and sausage there.
Most favorite part is on my way to the cheese plant, I pass by the cows that are in the corrals being milked. And I think that's the introduction to the day, you know, because that's the reason why we're doing this, is because of those cows. So the cows are first, and of course the cheese has followed. It is something that you get to create. That's the other thing. We're our own bosses, but we get to create something that people get to enjoy.